mid-'80s, people saw the power of Live Aid, and there was instant consensus in the musical community to continue the crusade, to use music as a global weapon against the forces of evil. Have a seat.
Thanks. Amnesty International. It seems to be a cause that's a good fit for a lot of musicians, since their mandate is freeing political and free speech martyrs. And since 1986, Amnesty has used a lot of pop musicians in their awareness campaigns.
So our first stop this section is New York, 1986.
Welcome to the Conspiracy of Hope. And we call upon all Americans to join in the Conspiracy of Hope so that we can end political imprisonment, torture, and execution here and around the world. Yeah.
I was arrested in 1979 in the Soviet Union for my book on the legal system of Soviet Union. And for this book, which was considered to be slanderous, I was confined and incarcerated into the psychiatric prison.
It's one thing to read about things, but when someone is sitting right in front of you telling and articulating some of these gruesome, unbelievable things that happen to people who do things that we take for granted every day. I mean, some of the records I've made, I would be rotting in jail for the last 10 years.
Well, I came because I like a lot of the groups who came. You know, I feel that that's mostly the reason a lot of people came here.
Do you know what Amnesty is all about, what it stands for? It's, isn't it like helping all the people in the other countries that are being discriminated against with what they believe in? Are you going to send in those postcards that they gave out?
Yeah.
Yep.
On average, 1,000 prisoners a year are released through this very civilized way of sending postcards to dictators.
To think that all we have to do is just fill in a postcard, we might help somebody out somewhere far, far away, seems like a great concept. And I think it's a concept that we can endorse because it's so simple. We are the free helping the unfree.
At an earlier press conference when Bono pointed out that the people that have suffered torture in the last 6 months is greater in number than those involved in the outrages against the Jewish people in Germany in the war.
To some, rock and roll music is just noise. To us, it's a positive noise. Yoko Ono, I think, said that we must think globally, but we must act locally. So we're in your locality, New York.
An organization who works on behalf of prisoners of conscience. Now in 1988, the Human Rights Now tour continues that momentum.
I had a brother at Quezon, fighting off the Viet Cong. They're still there, he's all gone now.
Under the bridge and over the tracks, so
separates whites from blacks. Choose sides, run for your lives.
I think that one of the greatest challenges of adulthood is holding on to your idealism after you lose your innocence. Amnesty International, in a very tough and realistic way, gives you a way to put your ideals in service.
Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. Give back to the native, the treaty land. What you preach for others. Why don't you practice that firsthand? I just don't understand this world of mine.
Each of us as individuals can't move a mountain, but there are Amnesty members all around the world, and tens of thousands of letters and events like this occurring and raising the awareness of the general population can make a difference, and we always have to be optimistic that indeed it's going to make a difference.
Serán los rumores, Juan José, que viene